There's nothing worse than having someone on your team that is not so in on the goal of trying to win a championship.
Hoop loud.
And now that that's not the goal because this is summertime, now that that's not the goal because it's not in the midst of the season, now that that's not the goal because the season is over, you can ask yourself the question, do I want to stay on this basketball team? It's a tough question and no one can answer that question for you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself these questions yourself. You should only be worried about yourself. How is it going to affect you? You only have 5 years to play for eligibility-wise in college, and that's the same in high school as well. So make sure you think about that. How is this going to affect me? No one's going to be able to answer this question for you, not even me. But I want to ask you some questions before you make that decision. One question is this: am I just making this decision based on playing time? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but is it solely because of playing time? 2, what's the role that the team needs me to play in order to play on this basketball team? And am I feeling it? Many times we know the role we want to play. We've been working on shooting all summer long, and we get to the game and we say, you know what, I want to shoot. And the coach says, no, I need you to rebound. Are you willing to play the role that the team needs you to play? Another question is this: have you talked to your coach one-on-one about what you're going through? Have you talked to your coach one-on-one about what I need to do to contribute for this team? What do I need to do to help this team win? Have you talked to your coach about that? A lot of times we get frustrated off of what we think the coach should just know. And we don't actually open our mouths and say, hey coach, I want to help this team more and I know I can. You know, I've been working all summer long and I would like to have an opportunity to display that. Last, but certainly not the least, question is this: am I going to be held up academically with this transfer? Is this transfer going to hinder me as far as academically? Will it add one more year that I have to wait to graduate? Will my credits actually transfer? A lot of times we think that all our hours are going to transfer, then when we get over that hump we realize they didn't transfer. So be mindful of that. Be mindful. Do your homework beforehand. If you're interested in school, do your homework beforehand. Call that school, talk to the registrar's office and ask, hey, is this going to transfer? Is this accepted for this program? Depending upon if you're going to be a freshman or maybe a junior in college, these are things you need to worry about. Very seldomly will you find a coach that will allow you to come to their program and they pay more money than years you're going to play. Meaning they pay for 2 years and you only play for 1. Now is the time for you to be actually thinking about if you want to play for this school the next year. There's nothing wrong with it, part of the game. You got to realize it's a business. So you got to do what's best for you.